I got millions of views, but I made every YouTube mistake that you can think of. One of my channels got banned by YouTube. Last month I received another strike. So here are the 10 things you should never do on YouTube. Especially number 8 that lost me a lot of views. And number 10 which made YouTube email me. The first thing to not forget before you upload is to add YouTube SEO keywords in your file name. Come on, who told you that is important? Your videos don't go viral because of that. They go viral despite of your file name. The real first thing to never do is to waste time on details that don't matter. If you have not yet optimized the big 7, for me those are the video ID, thumbnail, title, intro, script, editing and video length, not your file name or location settings. But also listen carefully to this, reusing your own content. Of course, avoid reusing other people's videos, even your own videos or clips without significant changes, as this can be flagged as reused content. But I have found 20 practical solutions to avoid getting demonetized under this policy. Listen closely, the following applies to both shorts and longs. The first thing you can do is to flip your video to not get triggered by reused content. You can also add GTA gameplay or any other video game gameplay split screen on the bottom. You can change your voiceover, for example in Adobe Premiere, your settings, your EQ. You can add color grading, maybe even change it to black and white. You can add zoom ins and zoom outs. You can even use Photoshop to generate a fill to create a different room setting. I mean, this one is real, but hey, you get what I mean, right? You keep this, but everything outside of it, you make a new room from it. You can, of course, add visuals. You can increase the speed of the video. You can add captions. For example, I use Submagic for this. But you can also crop the video to be more small. You can add B-roll. You can add a split screen of yourself and someone on the top, or like, yeah, you get it, right? Split screen. You can add sound effects and of course background music. You can recut the video, basically go in there or your editor goes back in and recuts the video, you know, trims out silences even more closely, more tightly, or adds in silences somewhere. You can also do L cuts and J cuts. A big one, you can actually re-record the video. Not always, but to me, this is applicable. You can also add a vignette effect, which makes it much harder for YouTube to recognize it as the same footage. And lastly, of course, make sure you have a different video duration. Add all of these things. Don't just pick one. Send this whole list to your video editor. Actually, at the end of the video, I share a one-page overview that you can download, save somewhere. And of course, create also new thumbnails using my free thumbnail templates to create this, and even this in minutes for free. Just avoid, of course, using the exact same thumbnail. Which brings me to never upload the wrong video after you just got a viral one. Because on April 16th, I uploaded this video. Within 3 days after that upload, views of my other videos dropped by 65%. Yeah, my other videos stopped performing well. Not because their click-through rate dropped, not because their average duration changed. None of the stats changed. Here is what actually happened. Well, my video about a broad topic blew up, but I decided to upload the next video about a narrow sub-niche topic that only a few people who watched the broad video actually cared about. And as you can see, the views of the whole channel dropped by 30 to 90%. Now here's 2 technical reasons why it may happen on my channels. Disclaimer though, these are my humble assumptions, not facts. Reason number 1 is about a lower session watch time. Because if a viewer clicks your new video expecting content like your previous uploads, but he gets something different, of course they don't watch, which hurts your session duration. And YouTube can't now show your new videos, your next videos, to the same audience, which is really something to absolutely avoid. And reason number 2 is about the decrease in relevance score if you publish the wrong topic. Because similar to what in advertising is called a lookalike audience, uploading something that deviates too far weakens your relevance score in the same way that a Facebook pixel performs poorly if you send irrelevant random traffic to your website. Now you would think that YouTube is smarter than this, right? But my data shows me that this is how I cannibalized my views multiple times. Which brings me to account email security. 2 days ago, my YouTube friend received this BS email. He lost a big channel with 3,000 plus uploads. Now if there's one thing that I've learned from this, it is to never include your email address in your videos or your channel description anywhere. Instead, change the @ sign in your email to the letters like this: info@blahblah.com or blahblah@gmail.com. Don't use the @ sign, use the words. I actually also just made these changes to 10 of my channels. This will make it harder for hackers to find your email. It will also massively reduce spam emails, if you know what I mean. But there is a more important second lesson here. Avoid publicly sharing your Gmail address that is connected to your YouTube channel. For example, if you log into your Google account and YouTube channel with Jordan is the best personintheworld@gmail.com, then never add that Gmail to your video descriptions or your channel description or your Instagram bio, where you maybe say, hey, if you want to sponsor me or like for collaborations, use this email. No, don't show that email anywhere, because once hackers know your Gmail that is connected to your channel, they can start with whatever they usually start to do. But without it, they have less options to fuck you up. Brings me to never buy views or subscribers. It's not allowed under the fake engagement policy. Instead, use your money to pay for YouTube ads, like promotions. My friend Marcus Jones told me it costs between $19 and $200 to get 1,000 subscribers through YouTube promotions, depending on the countries you target, of course. And yeah, they can count towards monetization. So stay until the end if you want to know more about this. But first, avoid high frequency posting, as it can be seen as spam, because YouTube likely uses something called burst detection algorithms within their spam filters that basically flag sudden deviations from normal behavior patterns. So even if you upload 15 videos today and turn them all to private, YouTube can still decrease your trust score. Now, more about my experience and insights on this trust score later. Stay tuned. This is something you don't want to miss, trust me. But first, don't use YouTube's free A/B test tool. Don't use it for thumbnails. Don't use that. They only show watch time share percentage. So you could be choosing the thumbnail with a 4% click-through rate, but it has a 51% watch time share percentage. And thus you delete the thumbnail with a 10% click-through rate because it only had 49% watch time share percentage. I mean, either use a paid tool like me or track your click-through rate manually in YouTube Studio or Google Sheets and choose your best thumbnail not just on watch time but on click-through rate by traffic source. I mean, never judge your thumbnail by overall click-through rate, the number you usually look at. I mean, in the app or on desktop, this one that YouTube shows you there. But there's a problem with that one. Now, don't get me wrong, this is the only number they show in YouTube Studio app on your phone. On desktop, however, there is this little button where sometimes they hide very good stuff. Not always. But this is very important because when you have uploaded a new video, the biggest mistake you can make is to not check traffic source. If you do not check this page from now on, you could be losing millions of views like I have. And that's not BS. Why? Because you will never see this page. This page shows you the fundamental problem. Let me explain this. For a lot of my videos, YouTube first tests them with impressions from suggested. But what most YouTubers see is this. They see this. Now, why does this matter? Well, suggested videos only have a 1 to 4% click-through rate, at least for me. But it's not where most of my and your views come from. That one is browse features. I mean, take a look at this. Overall click-through rate, just 0.9%. I saw that number and almost changed the title and thumbnail, but I didn't, fortunately, because these were the stats after the first 24 hours when browse features kicked in. So never ever change your thumbnail or title before looking at the click-through rate by traffic source, and never curse within your first 30 seconds. Why? Well, YouTube cares a lot about the intro, and I believe that they scan it more heavily with their OCR tools and other technology they may have. Likely because of YouTube's ad revenue. They don't want to lose advertisers, so if you curse right after the ad, right after the ad, your intro starts, the advertiser may stop advertising because they don't want to be associated with your stupid ass. And do not violate the harassment and cyberbullying policy or the harmful and dangerous policy, like me, because last month I got striked by YouTube and by this ambulance coming here, or police. FBI, open up! Anyways, back to the video. I got striked by YouTube because of something that you probably have shown by accident in your videos too. Since then, I've learned what not to show in my videos. In fact, I went through all of my 600 uploads and trimmed out, blurred also, certain parts within the YouTube editing tool, you know, that they have, to avoid, of course, getting my channels banned. So comment the word guide below and I will send you all of the details for free, including screenshots of the exact visuals that you should avoid in your videos that actually were the reason behind my ban, but also clear examples to never mention or show. My free guide also includes a list of words that you want to censor or bleep to avoid, of course, another strike. And a one-page overview of the 20 editing tips that I showed you earlier in this video to avoid the reused content strike policy thing. You can send it to your editor, use it yourself, keep it somewhere. And it also includes more details on the YouTube promotions. And if you should run YouTube ads to get monetized like within a week, or if you should not do that. Again, comment the word guide below and I will send everything for free. But if there's one YouTube setting that honestly I wish I knew earlier, it is this one. Fucking setting there. I lost a lot of views and money because of it. Watch this video where I explain everything. It's honestly one of my best videos. Even better than my free thumbnail pack.